Yo, what is up guys? Your boy Howard back at it with another video. I wanted to talk to you guys about the new JJK Culling season that just came out, which is the third one. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I just want to start off by saying that I actually watched the beginning of this season in theaters whenever they have that JJK Culling Execution premiere going on. I thought it was pretty cool seeing it in theaters. You know, you get the first look at the Yuta versus Itadori fights. You see Chozo versus Naoya Zenin. I think that's how you say his name. Sorry, I know moving forward, I'm not going to be able to pronounce everybody's characters in the correct way, so I apologize for that in advance. But I will do my best. But yeah, you kind of see those two major fights in that premiere, and I thought it was very exciting watching in theaters. I enjoyed it, but I don't know, the people, or I guess the people in my theater, they weren't the greatest people to watch it with. They were kind of noisy, but it was okay. I kind of looked past it. But going into the season, this is by far, it's been one of my favorite seasons so far. I think it's beginning to get crazier. You know, because we're only looking at like the first part of the Culling games, which is, you know, season 3, which is part 1 of it. But so far, yeah, we've gone to look at the Yuta versus Itadori fight, which that one's actually pretty epic. You see how Yuta literally overwhelms Itadori pretty bad. You know, like he's faster than him. He has a lot of curse energy, like matches with Gojo, and you actually get to see Rika appear, which is Yuta's curse spirit. So it's kind of cool. They get to see that in that fight. And then you see Chozo and Naoya? Yeah, Naoya Zenin. That guy is literally such... Naoya Zenin, that guy from that clan. It's actually the same clan as Megami, so it's kind of a fun fact. But going back to that Chozo versus Naoya Zenin fights, it's pretty cool too. I like how Chozo pretty much outsmarts him because, I mean, he has like blood manipulation art like type of powers, which, you know, he counters against the guy from the Zenin clan, Naoya, and he's kind of known more for his speed, and that overpowered Chozo and like in the majority of that fight. But it's kind of cool how they incorporate like the music, and like they incorporate like the kind of the black and white type of lighting in that fight. It was pretty cool the way he kind of counters him. But moving forward with this season, I definitely would say there's some other interesting fights that are literally going to be so awesome to look forward to. For example, like this is like kind of just for all the people that haven't seen it yet and why they should watch it. So I definitely think people should look forward to the Maki versus Zenin clan fight. Like that whole episode. I think it's like episode 4. Or yeah, it's like episode 4 or 5. One of those. But that episode was epic. Like by far, it was just so... It kind of gives you like Kill Bill vibes whenever Maki's just going after the whole Zenin clan all at once. And then she fights against like the strongest 3 people in that clan and literally just destroys them like nothing. And she fights Naoya Zenin as well. And it's the same guy that fights Chozo. So I honestly thought that fight was pretty cool. I mean, I thought like there was so much different musics that were transitioning from each scene. And it's like super bloody, super brutal, super violent. And I love that. I love that they were able to incorporate this in this show. Like they're not afraid to show that. And I think that's why like JJK Culling is probably easily like my second favorite anime of all time now. Like it's like usually my list changes a lot, but definitely think that this is my number 2 favorite. It's just insane. And yeah, moving forward though with the season, with the upcoming fights to look forward to, I definitely think I think after the Maki versus Zenin clan fight, you see Megami and Panda, they fight against Kirara. I think that's how you say her name. You could definitely correct me in the comments, but I love that fight too, because it just highlights how smart Megami is. And I know he's going to have some upcoming fights where he's like very strategic and he kind of shows that off more. But going back to the Megami and Panda and the Kiari fight, I definitely think this is so entertaining to watch because Kiara has a very interesting power. Like she pretty much can like put like a star on you, like a star sticker on you, and she has like 4 or 5 different ones. And pretty much like if let's say like she puts one on you, right? Um, in order to like counter that, you have to go in order to counter her. Like it's based on, it's like a pattern, like a constellation of the stars. That's like kind of like her source of her power. But like I guess to put it in simple terms, let's say like in order to get to her, you have to like I'm gonna put this like in like elementary terms, like just so everybody understands, you know, that I mean, this is an easy way for me to understand. You know, I'm not trying to like put anyone down, but it's just easier for people that are like, you know, going into the show new, like in a new perspective and everything. It's just super kind of easier to understand. Like, let's say like there's a couple kids like at a park, right, and they want to play tag, and pretty much like in order to get to that person to tag them, you have to first go to the slide, and then you have to go to the swings, and then you have to go to the bench. Like it's like you have to go in a certain order to reach that person, and that's pretty much what Kiara's ability is. So Megami kind of finds that out throughout the fight, and that's how he's able to defeat her, you know, towards the end. So I thought that was really cool, very strategic. And it was a very interesting fight, surprise. Because at first I was like, oh, they're just talking a lot. But then it picks up, and I was like, oh man, this is kind of cool, man. I like how they highlight how smart he really is. And I think the other fights to look forward to besides that one is, oh yeah, like I guess Itadori. He's during, you know, Megami and Panda, they're battling Kiara. Itadori's actually trying to find Kenji so they could recruit him into the Culling games. And it's not really a fight, it's kind of just more like a competition. And eventually Kenji ends up siding with everybody. And so I know later on in the season we're gonna see him having major fight scenes, apparently, according to the manga readers out there. I've kind of got to spoil it for a little bit, but it's okay. I'm trying to catch up in the manga too, so. But yeah. The next fight I definitely would recommend, like, you know, looking forward to is the one that just happened last week. It was the Itadori versus Higurama. I think that's how you say his name, but he's the one that like he's like the lawyer, and he actually has a cursed spirit too, and it's the Judge Man one. And pretty much like his domain expansion is literally putting you in a courtroom, which I think is honestly pretty cool. It's very unique. It's like you never see this, you know. It's like I love how like they explain new abilities for like people that you know, obviously this is the first time you get introduced to them. And I like how they go from transitioning from like his backstory to like his abilities, and then to him fighting Itadori. I thought that was so like just such a fun watch. I honestly think this is probably one of my favorite fights out of the whole entirety of the show. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, like there were some good fights, but this one I definitely think it takes the cake. I don't know, man. I just thought it was so epic, so majestic, the way it kind of ends off and everything. And like, depending on like, going back to like his domain expansion, depending on the sentence he gives you, like, pretty much he gains certain abilities, and it makes him stronger, you know. So obviously I want you guys to check that out whenever you guys get a chance. And moving forward with the season, I believe this upcoming week we're gonna get the Megami versus Reggie fight. I heard that this fight was like by far the best Megami fight we're gonna see. Like it's like the most strategic. Like this is literally like peak of Megami, and I'm a Megami like fan, bro. Like this is literally my favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting, like, I'm going in with high expectations, you know what I mean? So Jujutsu Kaisen has not failed me, so I'm definitely going to keep it at number 2, one of my favorite animes of all time. But I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. I really do appreciate you guys still watching me after all this time. I know it's been a little bit since I've recorded, but I definitely want to be more consistent about this, especially going into this year. And if you guys haven't yet, go ahead and follow my TikTok, my Instagram, and subscribe to me on the channel when you get a chance. But I also want to leave you guys with a friendly reminder that please do not be hard on yourself. And I'm only saying this because recently I've been hard on myself about stuff, and I definitely don't like seeing other people going through that. And I just feel like you gotta just appreciate the small things. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you'll have like a bad day or a bad week, but just don't let it just dictate your life. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely think that we just got to plow through everything. And at the end of the day, literally everything's going to work out the way it should. And I just want to throw that out there just for whoever needs to hear that. Just know that, like, you know, I'm rooting for you. God is rooting for you, and your family and friends and loved ones are rooting for you always. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video, guys. I will catch you guys in the next episode.